Good night everyone, Bori here. I'm here to share with you my turned up swap items for the turned up gift set swap that is being hosted by Scrap the World. You have to create 3 sets of embellishments. A tag, there's a tag that you have to decorate. The tag has to remain flat, but it has to be stamped. The top has to be decorated. You have to include 3 types of laces and 2 embellishments and a handmade flower. So I finally finished it. I was a little bit nervous, but I wanted to participate, and this is what I came up with, and I do hope that you'll like it. I'm sorry about the glare. My lighting today, like always, it sucks, but I'm gonna try to show you this. So this is how I packaged. Let me show you this one. This is already packed and ready to go. So there is the tag, and there is the stick pins, and here is the flower. Then at the top, the closure is an altered clothespin with a handmade flower and an handmade art tile that the person can use again. But I'm going to show this to you in more detail, and once again, the light is horrible, and I apologize for that. I can't really get the whole thing into the shot. Now, the flowers vary. The laces are the same, but the flowers and the stick pins vary. So this one has this little like tutu flower. This one has a Julie the paper bag lady flower that I made, and this one has a shabby rose that I also made, and the fabric is I stamped the fabric. But I will show you one of them complete. Okay, let's see. I used a Tim Holtz stamp to stamp the material that I did the flower with. Or also, you had to do, it was 2 kinds. You either had the shabby chic or the vintage. I chose the vintage, so I hope that I did it justice. And for the flower, I used this stamp from Tim Holtz, and I had got this in a little rack from Amador. So thank you, Amador. I'm finally using it as like a little swirl. I love this stamp, and that's what I did to stamp the material that I did the flower with. So let me get this out of here so that I can show you in detail what I made for my partners in this swap that is being hosted by Scrap the World. Tamika is her name. And here it is. So first of all, I'm going to hold my camera, but I apologize for moving around, but it's the only way you'll be able to see what I made. The humongous tag that I put everything on is a tag that I created using graphic 45, and this in the back, the person can use this again. This is from Kitty Scrap Post. Actually no, I downloaded this from the internet. It's vintage, because I'm in the vintage, so some vintage images that I downloaded on this piece of paper, on brown paper, and then I inked up the edges with, of course, the vintage photo, and I covered the front with graphic 45 paper, which I also inked at the corners to place in time. And then here is my tag. Now the tag itself is made with the Prima, I think it's a romance novel paper. I created the tag. I put this as an I am roses rose. I kept it in the everything in the creams and browns. And then I have 3 kinds of roses. Now I try to use trims that I can find here on my island, so as not to be like the same as everybody else's that you can find there. So I have this one, this very wide floral trim that I actually love. It's like a peachy color, and then there is this one that has like a beading in the center, and they're all on the tag, and the tag itself is stamped with the Tim Holtz squirrely, I call it a swirly kind of thing. And then here at the top are my 2 embellishments, and I made 2 stick pins. This stick pin that I made, let me see if I can get this out of here, is part of a set that I bought on a seller on Etsy. For the life of me, I can't remember. It's one of those that you can use a cameo. It's just a it's just a stick pin that has a place for you to put a cameo, and I had gotten some cameos from Lavish Laces, so on each one of them has one of these, and I put a I Am Roses rose behind the cameo, and then I put some glass. These are glass beads that I had gotten from a place called beadsportorico.com, and they have some really cute beads there. So these are some glass beads, and that's the first stick pin. And then I just made one of those regular stick pins. The stick pins vary a little when it comes to the beads, but mostly they're all the same. They all have one of the cameos stick pins, and they'll have one of these little pearl regular stick pins. And these also are glass beads that I got from Beads Puerto Rico. Some pearls, some bead caps, and to hold them I took Julie the paper bag lady doily. I mean, I love those doilies, and I created like a little mini pin cushion where you can where I stuck the, of course I'm going to do a better job when I'm using my hands. Put the stick pins there, and it serves like a little pin cushion, and the person can take out the stick pins and they can use the doily because it's just attached with a little glue dot, which this is also attached with a glue dot, so they can be easily taken off the tag. Everything can be reused. At least that's what I tried to make. And then for my flower, this is a little shabby chic flower that I made, and I downloaded some vintage tags, and I inked the edges, distressed it, and I put my flower on it. And this is some silk material, vintage silk material that I had at Julie the Paperback Lady little doily, and I had gotten these I think from eBay. It's just a little center there. So there is my flower, there is my tag and my laces, and like I said, and then the top is decorated with the I Am Roses flower and some seam binding that I dyed, and this is some dainty lace that I also dyed in vintage colors. And these are the embellishments I made. 2 stick pins. One is for one of these kinds of cameo stick pins, and just a regular stick pin as my embellishments. Here's a Julie the Paperback Lady doily that they can use, and here's my handmade flowers. The flowers vary with each one of them, so let me see if the glare will let me show you. And the closure at the top is I altered some vintage clothespins, and I made a little flower. These are Prima flowers, and for the centers I created, let me show you, I created some art tiles, and this is from the this is a Prima paper. I don't remember, I think it's Cartographers, I'm not sure. And I created these little art tiles and I used them for the center of the flowers. So it's the closure for the bag where the tags are, and then it's on these little altered clothespins, and it also closes with a little Julie the Paperback Lady doily that my swap partner can use. So everything is reusable, but at least I like how it's presented. And this one has a flower that I made using doilies, and this center I had gotten a long time ago. I think it's a Prima center, and it has the same laces, and then it has a cameo stick pin and a little stick pin with glass beads. And then the third one, the only thing that varies basically is the flower. This one is like a little tutu flower back to the Julie the Paperback Lady doily, and a center, beautiful center, same laces, and then the tag has a little flower. Once again, I Am Roses, the stick pin, cameo stick pin, and the glass bead stick pin. And here is the vintage, or the clothespin that I altered with a Prima flower and a handmade art tile. So these are my three packages for my 3 partners for the Turn It Up gift swap set. I hope they like it. Please comment if you wish. I'm sorry about the lighting and the shakiness, but I just wanted to share with you because I really had a great time doing this. It is not easy because you want to make sure that whatever you make, the person likes. So I really love how these sets look, and I really hope that my partners like it. So anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you wish, subscribe, and y'all have a great night. Bye bye.